Imagine you're walking through a forest. You pick up a pine cone and you notice how perfectly the scales spiral out. Then you look up at the sky and the swirling arms of a galaxy feel eerily familiar. How could something as small as a pine cone and as vast as a galaxy share the same pattern? Could it be that there's a hidden order behind everything? Centuries ago, ancient civilizations believed numbers weren't just tools. They were alive, guiding everything around us. The Egyptians built the Great Pyramid with such precision that its geometry aligns perfectly with the stars. How did they know? The Greeks thought geometry held the universe together, and even today, scientists find these same patterns in the structure of DNA, but the question is why? Why do these numbers and shapes repeat in nature, in architecture, and even in us? Is this all a coincidence, or could there be something bigger connecting it all? The answer might surprise you. Let me take you back in time. The Babylonians studied the stars and believed that numbers had the power to predict events. Pythagoras, the Greek philosopher, was obsessed with numbers. He believed they weren't just math, but something sacred. He even called them the rulers of the universe. Fast forward a bit and you find the same belief in different corners of the world. The Mayans used numbers to map the cosmos with astonishing accuracy. Meanwhile, Indian mathematicians like Aryabhata developed calculations that are still used today. Could all these cultures, separated by oceans and centuries, be tapping into the same universal truth? Now, let's talk about nature. Ever noticed how a sunflower's seeds spiral out in a perfect pattern? Or how a seashell curves so smoothly? These aren't random. They follow something called the Fibonacci sequence, a series of numbers that create a perfect spiral. Here's the cool part. This same sequence appears in hurricanes, the way galaxies spin, and even the structure of your lungs. Think about that. The same design in a flower is also in the vastness of space and in the breath you just took. It's not just nature that follows these patterns. Humans have been building with them for thousands of years. The Parthenon in Greece, the Taj Mahal in India, and even the way cathedrals are designed all use sacred geometry. They believed these shapes resonated with the harmony of the cosmos. And here's a detail you might not know. The Great Pyramid in Egypt doesn't just sit randomly on the sand. Its measurements align so precisely with Earth's circumference that it's almost like the builders had access to advanced knowledge. How could they do this without modern technology? Now let's zoom out, way out. Did you know that scientists describe the universe itself in numbers? Galileo said math is the language of the universe, and today physicists agree. Equations predict the movement of planets, the energy of atoms, and even the passage of time. Here's something to think about. If the universe can be described by numbers, does that mean it's designed like a code? And if it is, who or what wrote it? Some people believe numbers go beyond math. They say numbers carry energy. You've probably heard of 1111. People call it a sign of alignment. Even Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest inventors, believed in the power of 3, 6, and 9. He said, if you knew the magnificence of these numbers, you would understand the secrets of the universe. Could it be that numbers aren't just abstract ideas, but something much deeper, something that connects us to the energy of the universe itself? And here's the big question. If numbers and geometry are everywhere, in nature, in buildings, in the stars, does that mean reality itself is built on a pattern? And if so, could understanding these patterns give us the power to unlock mysteries we can't even imagine yet? Next time you look at a flower, a seashell, or even a building, think about this. You might be looking at a code, a universal message written not in words, but in numbers. If this story sparked a new way of thinking, don't let it end here. Hit subscribe to Universal Insights and join us in exploring life's greatest mysteries. Like this video, share it with someone who loves to question the world, and let's keep unraveling the universe together.